positive messages. Let's lift people up today. Hi, Angel, Diva Goddess. Hi, Peggy. Should we see what the messages are for Pisces and Aquarius since you guys were here first? How are you? Whoa. So let's do something you need to think about, something that you need to say, and something that you need to do for the sign of Pisces. What does Pisces need to think about? What does Pisces need to say? What does Pisces need to do? The bottom is the Two of Water, so this is a partnership. This is, I feel like someone doesn't want to change. You guys are going in different directions, but there's a new beginning here, but I think that it's like, it's going to be okay. It's going to move forward. It's just like figuring out how to get there, you know. Someone's trying to work on themselves. I think that someone is kind of running away, or they were, because somebody's mind was kind of messed up because maybe they needed inner clarity on what this connection was. But I think that they're realizing it now. So figuring out, I think that this person figured out that you're the one that they want, but they need to balance their life out and tell you how they feel, because you have the Tower with the Queen of Fire. So I think that this scares them, I think, because, you know, this is a soulmate. This is a connection that probably some things had happened because either someone was juggling too many things, but it's like, you guys know you're supposed to be together though, you know, but it's like someone's not really saying how they feel. Someone, it's really slow. Someone might be focused on some other shit. I think that someone has abandonment issues, but it's like someone needs to heal their mind and stop being so obsessed with money or lack of money. There's a release that needs to happen because someone's intuition is blocked, and it leads to the arguments, and it leads to the immaturity. But I think that someone's getting their confidence back. They're mastering themselves, and someone is kind of jealous. Actually, I don't know who that is, but there's some anxiety here because I feel like it's just taking so long, and it's like someone just kind of like needs to release some of this stress from their life and balance out some things and figure out how to be grounded, because for what you need to think about, you have the 10 of air and the 8 of earth. So there was something that ended, but you're releasing that energy because this person's like blowing out the feathers. Like, yeah, there was an ending, but you're releasing that energy, or maybe you need to, you know. I think that you've had the clarity about this, and you know that this is going to take some work, and maybe this person's working on themselves, or maybe this is about changing how you guys do something, so you can begin something again in a different way, because things had to crumble because it wasn't built on the right foundation. It was built on conflict and lack. And now that we can release this energy, it's putting the time into this and changing how we do things, whether it's a job or not. There are some really big changes coming here, but there's still some kind of negative energy, maybe from the past. So it's getting out of that energy and kind of that depression, and just being really unhappy emotionally, because I feel like someone really doesn't talk about their emotions, and it's releasing all that negative energy, because there is a lot of toxic stuff here. So I think that it's like working on yourself, figuring out, doing something you like to do. Maybe it's music, maybe it's figuring out what you truly want, because there's feelings here. It's just no one's really expressed them. No, Aaliyah. So for something you need to say, you have the Page of Fire and the Page of Air. I think that you've had clarity about the direction that you want to go. There's a new job. There's some kind of discovery, maybe you want to go back to school. Maybe you want to start a new project, because it's like your mind is changing a little bit. And I think that either you're being completely honest with yourself, or you kind of been spying on someone, but there's going to be a change here. And I think that it's going to help you a lot to do whatever this new idea is. It's just not really off the ground yet, because the page is, kind of an idea, and it's not really being done. There needs to be structure here. There needs to be a change, someone kind of needs to be honest with themselves and kind of take on that air energy where you're intentional with your thoughts and your actions, because someone's kind of like really hard on themselves, and it causes this dependence energy. And it's like, you guys got to get out of that negative shit. There's a transformation here with this relationship. It could be a baby for some of you, but it's like a new relationship, but it's the potential. You have to remember that this is the potential and an idea. So what are you going to do with that? Maybe you need to tell someone you want a relationship, or now that someone's balanced, maybe they're ready for it. But I think there's some insecurities here, and I think that has something to do with a job or whatever it is. It's like the truth is going to come out. What you need to do is the World card with the 5 of Air. End this cycle of whatever abusive shit you were in the past, whatever mixed feelings you have of being defeated or separated from someone, this deceptive ass energy. End this cycle. Let this shit go, because the clarity's been here. I think that then you have the Wheel of Fortune. So once you end this, then these new things can come in, and you're going to be moving forward, or maybe this person is. But it's like, you got to figure out and think about your feelings and it's going to take to be stable in this, because there's like barely any good thoughts. It's like it goes back to the old shit. It's just a negative mind frame. Bring them upstairs. Building together, coming together as a circle of support. It's like communicating that you guys want to work on this. You want to support them, seeing things for what they are, but at the same time working on it, because I feel like someone wants to. Someone is like in this self-sabotage mode for some reason, because whatever version of home you had before is lonely to you. Like it's not what you want, and you're not happy with it, and I think that somebody's doing it to themselves because of all these demons that are back here. Like, you're kind of psyching yourself out a little bit and forgetting the beauty that lies inside of you. They're communicating to you in your dreams, and you're going through a transformation. Someone's getting out of this rejection energy, and to do with family and figuring out what your purpose is. Like, being creative, whatever vision you had or whatever idea that was, do it. You know, it's going to bring the right people into your life, and maybe someone who wasn't really focused on love, or maybe you don't realize how this person feels about you, you know, because she's not even paying attention and he's staring at her, you know. Someone just doesn't have any faith anymore, because this is a cycle that needs to end. And I feel like someone doesn't want to let go and realize that you're the alchemist of this. So you're the one that keeps manifesting this back into your life when it could be done in a different way. Upstairs. What are the messages for Aquarius? Aquarius feels stuck. Because we're still resisting that change and not walking away. Stubborn asses. There's just this loss feeling. You're holding on to that loss feeling. The bottom is the Page of Fire. There again, a new idea. Let's have a new idea, shall we? Because y'all, you guys have some toxic energy around you that you know that you need to walk away from, and you have children with them, so you're not. And it's causing a lot of shit in your life. And I think that this person feels like they have a hold on you because of like this sexual energy, you know, but it's really chaotic, and you feel like you can't leave, but you want to. You're holding back from this, but it's like there's an illusion that's here that you're not picking up on at all. You can get a personal reading by emailing me, AcaciaHempel795@gmail.com. And the list of my readings and prices are on the About section of the channel. So I think that some things need to be balanced out so that the Wheel of Fortune can turn in your favor, and it's going to, but when are you going to get out of this toxic ass energy that's here? Because you're exhausted. Somebody is internalizing everything, wondering why everything is disorganized, and because you don't want to change. Aiden, bring her upstairs. So Aquarius, what you need to think about, 6 of Earth with the Star card. Something needs to be healed when it comes to giving and receiving, because someone's a little self-absorbed, I think, and maybe there's some addictions, and I think you're all about yourself, or some of you are dealing with the Earth sign that's all about themselves, and their emotions are really fucking weird. And it's like you worked on this, but it's like you're still kind of in that regret in the adversity energy, but that's where you stay. No growth, there's no faith, there's no change, because you're resisting it. So when you get stuck in your head like that, you're keeping yourself in there, but you feel like you can't get out of it, but you can. I think that when you have this inner clarity and you start to heal, then this situation is going to move forward, because there's stability, but it's like you need to heal something for this to be stable. You need to remember that there's some influences in your life that might affect some things, and you're not picking up on it. Like, I don't know where your guys' perception is, because it's like usually you're quick, you know, but it's like you don't see this, or maybe you don't understand that these are some manipulative ass people that you're around, and eventually it's going to wear on you. You know, maybe the kids are acting up. Maybe you can't forgive this person. Maybe you feel like you wasted your time. You're exhausted, but you're still not fucking walking away, you know? So What are you going to do? The Wheel of Fortune wants to move, but it's not going to until you do. Someone is that you noticed and you know what the fuck they do because you've been paying attention, and they are really fucked up mentally and you want to move away from them. That maybe they need some help and you're trying to help them, but you can't even really do that right now. They got to learn to. This is an energy of someone who isn't happy at all. There's no really fixing that because of who they are and the way that they think and the way that they deceive people and how manipulative they are. This person you can't fix. It's an illusion, and there's fear here for some reason. And I think that it's time to have that clarity. It's time to have that wake-up call. It's time to do this rebirth once and for all, because forgiveness doesn't come easy for any of us. Forgiveness is something we're supposed to do for ourselves, not because that person deserves it. It's the only way we can move on and get out of that energy. If you want stability, if you want things to be, if you want the money to come in, you need to move on from this or realize what the fuck you're involved in, because this person's really abusive to you. Maybe not physically, but it's time to take that blindfold off and this. There is nothing like that. That's professional. I don't even know, to be honest. What you need to do is, you have the Hermit. You need to go within and take a long look at the situation and find the truth, because you aren't seeing it. You just move away and you give up, and then you start the panic all over again. And you're like, you don't understand why you're in this because you're not seeing something. You have to go within yourself and shine the light on the things that are inside of you, of why you're depressed, of why you're not feeling good, or you're insecure, or you're discouraged, or, whatever needs to be looked at inside of you so you can see this better, because you guys can do that, but I just feel like you forgot. The Magician. Are you manifesting this in, or is it just like this person that keeps messaging you is really fucking dependent on you, and they're like controlling you almost, because they're keeping you in this confusion. They keep coming back, and they have like different personalities. So you're like, well, maybe it'll be okay. They want to make things right, but then it changes again. It's like, I don't even know what diagnosis that would be, but this energy has to go. If you want this wish to come true for you, stop listening to what people are telling you and find this inner hope, because you guys are the Star card. It's all about renewal and hope and inner clarity and inspiration and serenity, but I'm not seeing that right now. Hi, small town mom. What are the healing cards for Aquarius? It's about keeping the right boundaries, because you guys need to have some boundaries, because the things that you're around right now are really bad. They're really bad. You're not letting go of something. It's like your creativity, this family situation is upside down. But in the midst of all of this, your angels are trying to talk to you in your dreams. They're trying to comfort you. But it's like you're the one who's kind of keeping yourself in this weird mindset, or maybe it's this other person, but your inner child needs some work. There's something here that needs to be looked at, and it has something to do with some idea or discovery that you're going to have about why it is that someone's always about like sexual energy. That mask is going to slip off, and you're going to see someone, and you'll figure it out. sexual art, sexuality. This is a whole lot of sex stuff. You know, I don't know what y'all do. I don't need to know your business. But I think that you're coming out of this energy where you're selling out, because then you have the Phoenix rising. So you're coming out of this and you're going to be better. And you're just like, but you need to realize that you're rising, that you're not sitting in this sadness, because some of you guys are about a situation with home. You just wanted that relationship where you can come home to somebody, but you made the wrong choice. But there's also no closure in that cycle, because look at this, has never been closed, because you don't want to let go of something. But you're the alchemist in your life. What are you going to do? Refusing to heal. I swear to God, love will fuck you up more than any drug on this planet. Someone wants to get married, Aquarius. Someone's waiting for you, but you're pushing them away. All right, give me another sign, because I haven't been reading comments. Aiden. Aries. What does Aries need to think about? What does Aries need to say? What does Aries need to do? Maybe figure out what you want, because you're being impulsive as fuck. There's a chaotic, you know, those people that are just like in and out of everyone's lives and sleeping around. I don't know who it is, but you're not happy, but you don't want to change, because you're living in some kind of Three of Earth. Are we building? Are we working? Are we what? Someone wants to talk about kind of, you know, building this, but there's also kind of some gossip here. I feel like you have someone in your life who cares a lot about you, but you don't really, I don't know, you're all over the place. Let's just put it that way. I see a wish coming true though, Aries, and I think that if you're waiting on stability, that's coming for you too, but somebody's really about themselves. Solo pleasures. But if you're on some solo shit and you're still not happy, what's that tell you? That when it comes to love, you don't have to manipulate. When it comes to what truly makes you happy, maybe this isn't it. Maybe there's another reason or something else going on. What you need to think about, the Nine of Earth and the Nine of Fire, you're not seeing something in this situation. You're focused on yourself, but you're missing something. You need to heal. Maybe you're noticing it, but I think that this abundance and stuff wants to come in, but they want you to see something that you're not paying attention. Something you know about. Something where there's a victory in this situation, but it's like there's moving away from something as well that you put a lot of time into. It's kind of messing with your head a little bit, because there's a relationship here, I think, but there's also more than one person, and you're not seeing the part of yourself that's here, because you have a friend here, someone who cares a lot about Your focus is on money, I think. You moved away from, and now you're kind of maybe with another fire sign, but you guys need to kind of heal a little bit, I think, because there's some heartbreak here. Someone chose someone else, and there's a new beginning, but it doesn't even make you happy because you don't even want to be here. It's like you're bored as shit and you are still kind of in heartbreak or like this loss energy, or maybe someone else is, but there's some decision that you need to make and it's time to move on it because you know what you want to do, but it's like you're going to be stuck in this hangman position until you see something. There's something that they want you to see. That maybe there is an influence in your life and there's an ending, but it's like, what makes you happy? What do you need to say to somebody? Maybe there's someone wants a baby, but it's like some insecurities here too. Your intuition is blocked because of your stress. And do you need to know that you'd be a good father, or do you need to heal that part of yourself? Because it's like you won't let anybody nurture you. You feel like you don't want to have to depend on anybody and everyone's lying to you and things are crazy, but it's not really like that. It's just kind of disorganized because you missed an opportunity for some reason, and maybe there's some forgiveness that needs to happen here, but there's also a lot of anxiety and depression that's still here. What you need to say is the messenger of air with the transformation. Maybe that you're changing and maybe the way that you feel about someone has changed and someone wants to tell you the truth or vice versa. You are going through something right now where things are, you're letting things go and you're eliminating things. And I don't think that you wanted that. Something you need to do, the 2 of air with the 7 of water. What do you think we would need to do here, Aries? There's a bird on both sides of her hands. Make a decision. Compromise. Balance. Because you got a bird up here and you got a bird down here and you're looking at this one. Maybe you already made your decision, but you're still confused. Someone's really confused. Make a decision, stop being scared of this, because it's like you guys both have a lot of choices. I don't know what that is. There's a water sign that's confused, or maybe this is you don't really know what you want and you're trying to figure it out, but you're going to have to move away from something. You know that you had to move away from somebody that helped you, or somebody who was your friend, and there's some confusion here because you don't understand why you can't move on from something, but at the same time that there is some chaotic toxic energy here, whether it's you or them. Honestly, I think some of you guys are self-absorbed and impulsive and self-centered and deceptive and jealous and manipulative and in and out of people's lives. And to be honest, someone still held on to you and waited for you to change. But now that they have clarity in their life and they've sick of having faith in this, they moved on. So someone had to make a decision here. There's too much going on, too many people involved. someone had an emotionally manipulative or abusive parent or something. Is that some daddy issue? I'm just saying. And it's like you're avoiding conflict, but what are you solving? Are you aware that you're in a codependent situation? That's kind of some whole lot of other shit going on. However you thought about something, or however you changing how you think and realizing that you're supportive and that people are here for you regardless of what you've done or how you are. It's time to give that back to somebody, because someone's really depressed and someone's really stressed out. Maybe someone needs your help. What sign should I do now? It's going to be some clarity in your dreams, Aries. Two of water. Libra. You're welcome, Vicky. What does Libra need to think about? What does Libra need to say? What does Libra need to do? You guys are moving. You're changing something here. I think that you're moving away from something, or you're moving out of negative energy. You have the Three of Earth. So, you know, maybe you're building, maybe you're something at your job. You're working on something. Maybe just stability in general. And you have some mixed feelings about it, but just know that this is necessary, and this stress and stuff will go away after this. Something you need to think about: water and the Nine of Water. You have a soulmate here that might be going in a different direction, or maybe you don't want to lose them, but it's like this is a wish come true for somebody. This is something good, but I feel like for somebody else, this is going in a new direction, because when you found out the truth about something, maybe someone wasn't really the relationship type. I feel like, yes, you wanted this person, but you had to make a decision, and some of you guys moved on. Some of you guys let go. Maybe it's just in and out of your life, and they aren't ready for kind of attached to them. You're kind of waiting still, I think. What you need to say to someone: Six of Water, Page of Earth. Look back at the memories from before. You know, you guys were better as friends. You guys, the best part of this relationship was in the past. Now it's kind of gone. And I think that, you know, this is a soulmate connection, but it's also kind of something that's always been an idea for you. It's never really came together. Like, this person's really immature. This is an idea. This is someone who says that they're going to do something in a message, but they never really get it off the ground. And I think that some of you guys are like, you know, let's do this, or not. You know, someone's disappointed, and I think that someone doesn't want to grow up. But at the same time, there's still soulmate energy, and it's for other people. You know, I think that someone doesn't really want a relationship, but they're also really confused. What you need to do is the King of Water, Seven of Air, and the Emperor. Maybe stop running from your feelings and being so goddamn stubborn. I don't know. But I think that there's time to bring back structure. It's time to make a plan. It's time to, you know, sit back up on that throne and trust your intuition, because there is some deception, but you've already know that and you've had clarity about it. Someone's done fighting, but someone's still not walking away. So I don't know about y'all, because it's like there's really no emotions here. I don't know. Who's next? No, Capricorn wasn't done. Let's just do the earth signs. The bottom is the 9 of earth with the Magician. And so I feel like someone wanted to be single in the past, and they might have been kind of manipulative, but that's changing. Someone is kind of trying to find the courage to stand up for themselves and move forward, you know, kind of be the boss, take charge kind of thing. What you need to think about, Messenger of Earth. What do you want to say to somebody? That you want to work on this, that you want to get married, or you just want someone to support you and give you the same thing that they give you. I think there's a lot of mixed feelings here. 7 of air. So someone running, is it a divorce? Is it something that you've noticed? Is it about boundaries maybe? Something that you need to say is the 10 of water. This person makes you really happy. This is your family that you want to be in. Like, this is what makes you happy. But I think that you don't have a lot of confidence in moving forward because of your ego and your pride. You're trying to find your strength, but it's just not there yet. I think that you're scared that they're not going to accept your offer. Oh, even though you love this person and that's who you want to spend your life with. So what is something you need to do is the Hanged Man. There's a lesson that you need to learn, but it's also about kind of bringing this together. It's time to make a choice. It's time to have a little bit of structure in this situation, because someone is waiting, but someone's also kind of not saying anything. Yeah, there needs to be some communication about a decision. Someone's going through a transformation, and this is about to blow up. And I think that it's time to recover for some of you guys. Time to get some rest. And you're going to figure out what you want to do after that. Someone maybe didn't really tell you how they felt in the past, and they're going to be. Someone might be having a baby, or this is a new beginning with some passion here. They're just not really telling you. Or maybe what you don't know is if you Netflix and chill with this person, you might get pregnant, but it's going to be a good outcome. So 4 of fire is a relationship that someone's just kind of unsure of, because pretty much of anxiety, not knowing what to say. Should we do Virgo? What does Virgo need to think about? What does Virgo need to say? What does Virgo need to do? jealous? Who's jealous because you're moving on and you're getting attention? $10 says it's a fire sign. Whoa. The bottom is the 4 of Earths. Someone's still holding back. Someone, it's like you want to offer something, but you're not quite sure. You're like, should I give it? No. You know? You're going to have clarity about something. I think that, you know, you've taken the time out to yourself to kind of deal with some of your emotions. And I think that there's still some things that you need to work through, but it's a cycle that's closing, you know, so you can build on this. Just be mindful of your thoughts. So for what you need to think about the Ace of Earth with the Queen of Water, you know, listen to your intuition about this new offer that you're getting from this person. I think that someone is trying to be nurturing and supportive. Are you the one that's holding back? Or you don't really know what you want, or second guessing yourself, something along that line. Some insecurities here. Maybe it's them. I don't know why I have to keep telling you guys that you're going to be good parents, but I feel like that's like the 3rd time that I've said that. What you need to say to someone is the 2 of Air with the transformation, that you want to compromise. You want them to make a decision. It's time to balance this out. And some of you guys need to move on and forgive someone. That's how this is going to move forward, I think, if you can get out of this energy where you forgive. Probably your parents. What you need to do, King of Water, Patience, 2 of Earth, balance this out, balance out your emotions, and, you know, have that self-control and like weigh out the options and figure out what you want to do. I think that there's an offer that's coming, but it's just slow, and some of you guys could do this on your own. Did I do? I don't think I did Taurus, did I? I forgot how big these cards are. It's hard to shuffle them. What does Taurus need to think about? What does Taurus need to say? What does Taurus need to do? The bottom is the 10 of Earth. So this is about stability. This is about material success maybe, but at the same time, is it trying to be stable, trying to find stability in a situation? Now you have the 5 of Water. There's still some regret here around you guys. And I think that what you need to think about is, what do you truly want to do? I think that if it's a business, it's going to be successful. There's going to be abundance here, but it's like something that you're passionate about, and stop stalling on this. Like, it's time to move forward and do it instead of sitting there in panic. What you need to say, 3 of Air, Temptation. Maybe you're sorry. Maybe you had some issues with being obsessed with the wrong things in the past, and somebody took a big ass bite out of this apple, and I don't think it was Eve, you know what I'm saying? Kind of chaotic and sleeping around, but maybe now you're grounded. What you need to do is the Moon and the Chariot. stop holding back how you feel about something, and stop being so scared to move forward because it's going to be okay. Something truly does make you happy, but I think that you're just afraid to tell them how you feel. Take control and have some confidence. There's a relationship. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have. I didn't do Gemini. What does Gemini need to think about? What does Gemini need to say? What does Gemini need to do? Gemini feels like giving up on something, but hold up, because there's some big changes coming in. I think there's going to be a compromise, probably with a soulmate here. Going in a new direction. I think that there was something that someone noticed. This is kind of about boundaries as well, and having some patience. There's a new beginning here, but you got to let go of this loss and regret from the past, and maybe tell somebody how you feel. Maybe get out of this negative energy. Because it's like it's like someone's really not having that conversation, or there's something that you don't want to accept. And I think that it has something to do with healing, and you just don't know if you can trust someone. What you need to think about is the Two of Water, that this is your soulmate. You just have a difference in opinion. This is someone that it can be good with, but at the same time, everybody argues, everybody takes a break, and there is, some heartbreak here, but it's like, I think that you feel worse without this person, or they do. It's like, you want to tell them, but it's like thinking about what they want to say. I think that someone's stuck in their head. Whoa. So what you need to say, Messenger of Earth with the Five of Fire in reverse. To take a break, I think that enough about the situation where you're ready to walk away. Like, you can improve the situation, but it's going to take some changes. Call in Six of Fire for what you need to do. Make this decision. It's going to be a good outcome. It's going to be that promotion. It's going to be that entrepreneurship, and someone's going to be sending you a message. Maybe go into business with someone else, that there's a wish come true here. So, Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to think about? What does Scorpio need to say? What does Scorpio need to do? Scorpio thinks someone is self-centered and self-absorbed. Alrighty then. Could be an air sign. What do you need to think about? What do you think you need to say? What do you need to do? There's some forgiveness here, and someone kind of needs to move on from something. The bottom is the Emperor. Someone's kind of being really stubborn. This person's like someone that you can't really move. They do what the fuck they want to do. They're the boss. So you don't know how you feel about them. But at the same time, it's like, if they could get out of their head and be something else, have clarity, this could be a happy situation. If someone would stop sleeping around, maybe, I don't know. Something to think about. Someone doesn't have a lot of confidence in this. Someone maybe needs to bring the lion back out. You know what I mean? and maybe have some patience in this situation because someone's trying to work on themselves or just really confused and they're exhausted. Someone got let down a lot and it's kind of weighing on the situation, I think, and someone's not sure if they want to put time into this because they don't know what to feel. What you need to say, 6 of Water, Hanged Man. I think that, you know, could be someone from your past, but it's like growing in this friendship, but at the same time realizing that maybe you know something about this situation and you're trying to tell them, like, you know, you're going to stay like this until you learn something, or maybe it's like you're going to be stuck like that until you kind of come out of this illusion. It's time to take control of this situation and be the magician, you know, turn your visions into reality, because there is a new beginning, but some things have to change. What you need to do, 7 of Water, 10 of Earth, figure out what you want, figure out how you feel. If you're going to stay in this, I feel like someone has commitment issues. So, it's kind of like there's a potential for a relationship and a new beginning, but it's like someone's kind of holding back from this because they need to move away from something else in their life before this could ever happen, and they need to become stable. There's a change here, but it comes with a happy ending, but it also comes with a decision. Cancer, what is something Cancer needs to think about, something Cancer needs to say, something Cancer needs to do? Whoa. You have mixed feelings, but you're not really walking away from them. There's a lot of stress and mental blocks because this person makes you really happy and you feel like you're stuck with them, but there's just too much going on. You need to move out of some negative energy. I think what you need to think about is this is a partnership. This is the right kind of partnership, but I feel like you have a hard time understanding what this other person is doing because they're so slow, and maybe they need to tell you, or maybe they need to give more in this, and there needs to be some forgiveness because there's love here, but there's also someone who feels like giving up because someone is in a really low vibration right now. What you need to say is that, you know, you care about this person. You do kind of understand where they're coming from, but you want to have a new beginning. So, you know, you want to move out of this energy because there needs to be a change, and there's some addictions here, but you don't know what to do. You're thinking about it, but I think that you just need to rest a little bit and move forward, you know, however that goes for you. There's abundance and growth here, but it's like you're still waiting for that. What you need to do is fire with the Magician, lay this burden down and manifest, you know, something different, you know, turn your visions into reality. I think that someone is tired of doing everything, and someone wants to make a decision, and someone just wants to be happy, but this is like stuck because there needs to be more balance. And I think that someone wants to make things right, but this was pretty painful, and they're disconnected from their emotions. Trust your intuition, Cancer. So I have Sagittarius and Leo left. So Sagittarius, what is something Sagittarius needs to think about? What is something Sagittarius needs to say? What is something Sagittarius needs to do? Someone's in and out of your life too. Whoa. So there needs to be some balance here. Someone needs to kind of have some more self-control, and you know, I think give and take is something that needs to be improved here, because you want to have a stable beginning, but it's like, whoa, you're kind of stuck in the past energy. I think that it's coming. It's just going to require a little bit of patience. What you need to say is the 3 of Fire. I think that you're waiting. You're like, there's progress here, but someone is just really immature with, you know, how they move forward. They could be codependent. They could have had a child. It's like there's something that's got to be released here. You know, weighing out the scales and the justice and kind of telling the truth and making a decision. What you need to do, I think that you guys need to stand your ground. You need to move forward with your life and heal so you can have a new start, because there is a relationship here, but you need to make that decision to go, you know, make a plan and do it instead of holding back from that. Think about what is something Leo needs to say. Whoa. What is something Leo needs to do? You guys might be in a codependent relationship, but you're taking your power. You're getting control of this. There's something new that you want to try. Maybe you're realizing that somebody is kind of really low vibrational. Need to remember that you had more confidence, or just knowing, like, you know, 4 of Fire. I think that things are going to be moving in your favor here. You know, like, think about what makes you happy and think about what you want and go for it, because that's what the Queen of Wands does. You know, she moves and she gets what she wants because she knows who she is. What you need to say is the Empress with the 5 of Earth. There's some kind of worry here because someone is like needy or insecure, but it's just like you care about them. There's a relationship. You're just kind of going in different directions because maybe someone wants something the other one doesn't, and it's like, I think that there's been some delays and some arguing and some kind of deceptive energy here, and you're realizing they're toxic, but you don't really want to lose them. There needs to be some different boundaries in this situation because it's kind of messing with your mental health. What you need to do is the Emperor and the Chariot. Stand in this power of making that decision for your life and stick to it and move forward in whatever direction that is, because you know, someone does care a lot about you, and there's victory here, but it's a new beginning. And I think that you'll be getting a job, but you just have to get out of this weird mind space and have more confidence in yourself. There's some kind of blocks. What you need to say is that you put a lot of time into this, but it's like someone still struggles with some kind of addiction because they're living in the past of, you know, you kind of want to have this conversation about moving forward, but someone kind of needs to see things for what they are and kind of move forward, because there is stability here, but I think that there's someone you need to walk away from and have a new beginning with. Stop with the door. What you need to do is transformation, 9 of air. Go through this transformation because your the way you're I was just really scattered, and it's like there isn't a whole lot of closure here, but you got to get out of that energy, especially how you're thinking. You know, make that decision because there's a new beginning with happiness. So that's my story. I think that some cycles need to be completed in order to get the stability, but it also comes with letting go and healing from things and going into new energy, whether or not it's with the person or not. But it's like we have to get out of the old shit to get to the new shit, and balance is key. So time to get the perspective you need and have confidence, because there's some things we got to let go of and some things that we need to move forward towards, you know. It's time to have faith. It's time to make that change so it can come into fruition. And some people need to move on from some things and release themselves, because some people don't change and some people are unable to change. And how long do you want to live in that energy? You know, you're not really getting anything out of it besides depression and denial. But I think that once some old things are released, then it'll get better. So I am going to get off. I'm going to go see what part of my house my kids destroyed. I hope you guys have a good weekend. I'll talk to you later.